Hey, this is Brian with the Dynamic Lead, and this is Juno. And today we're going to answer some questions as far as which length leash might be right for you, the 66 or the 42. So right now I have a 66-inch leash, and it's a really good choice if you're going to do this figure eight or the power loop, which I'll show you how to do really quick. You just take a big loop of leash, stick it over their head like you normally would on a slip leash, but down here you're going to twist it. Can you bring your head up there, buddy? So it looks like a figure eight, and then it's just going to go over his nose. You're going to slide down and get it so the brass rings right between their ears. Slide the stopper down. Now here's a little pro tip. This is how you get it to center. If it's off center, you just kind of shuffle it across their muzzle. So now I have it dead center. So if I'm going to walk him on my right side, when I clip this into my flat collar, into the D ring on the flat collar, I'm going to make sure that when I do that, I'm going to slide the flat collar all the way over to the right. Now what this does is it helps us to offset and stabilize the lead so it stays in the center of the ears. If it's on this side, it can tend to start pulling it off center. So we always want to kind of keep it there in the center. So that's another good use if you're doing the power loop, is to use a 66. Another good reason if you're just doing some little short training sessions where you're doing short recalls, or if you need to back tie the dog, if you're doing place work and you want to back tie the dog, 66 is also a good option for doing that. Now, I used to walk the dogs with the power loop, and then when they got more dialed in, I switched them to the 42, which is what I have right here. And so the thing I found, so once they were dialed in with the power loop, I was able to take them off of it. But so now I just walk them with the 42, just like a regular slip lead with no power loop. However, I took Juno in the Home Depot a couple days ago, and he gets a little bit fired up when he's going into new places. And so I had a 42 in the car, and I just did the power loop on him because it just calmed him down while I was in there. So again, I had a 42, and I'll show you. Sometimes it's a really good option. So I put the power loop on him. I've done this with really big dogs too. And it basically just gave me, like, you know, some people, oh, he's shedding. Some people just call it like a sidewalk leash, you know, just enough length, you know, that I could just go about my business in Home Depot just holding that loop. And it would basically he would just auto correct. He would just bump into the pressure and then stay centered up. So I've done this before with really big dogs that were a little bit reactive or a little bit bouncy, and they weren't walking really kind of dialed in. So I just put them on a really 42-inch power loop setup, and basically I'm just walking with my arms nice and relaxed, swinging, and the dog's just bumping in the pressure, and they basically just will center up kind of right here. So but otherwise, you know, for the majority of the time I'm just using the 42. If the dog's really dialed in and really good on a slip lead, then I'll just go to a 42. Unless you want more length on your leash than the 66 with no power loop, that's also another option as well. But just remember, if you're going to do the power loop, make sure you have the backup on it. All right, Juno, thank you for your time, and I hope that clears up some questions on what length might be right for you. All right, thanks for watching.